Greetings! This is the Alto Saxophone Sidekick video for Putting the Instrument Together Part 4. Putting the Instrument Together Part 4. Oh yeah. So, this page here is all about putting what's called the neck on. Now, this is one of the pages where I have a lot of students break the instrument on the first day, so definitely make sure to watch this video completely before you try to do it. Okay, so I've already got the strap on. You already have a reed in your mouth. You've already hooked the strap onto the saxophone. Now we've got to put the neck on. Okay, now the neck has different parts here. It has a cork area, all right, which I should have greased ahead of time, so it should be fine. If that gets really dry, let me know, and I'll worry about teaching you how to grease that then. Until then, hopefully you shouldn't have to worry too much about it. It's got this part down here. This is the part that's going to go into the saxophone, all right, this part on the opposite end of the cork, all right, and in between is this guy. Now, this guy is one of two octave keys, they're called. Octave keys. There are two of them. One's on the saxophone and one's on the neck. This is very long and very easily bendable. And because of that, this is where a lot of things get broken. As you can see, it can move up and down. And there's a little part here which keeps it from going side to side. All right. If this gets bent, then the saxophone won't work quite right in being able, there's like a part that's going to go under here that helps bring this up at certain situations when we hit what's called an octave key. And when you let go, it comes back down and covers up the hole over here. If this gets bent, it either, well, when I hit the octave key, it won't move it at all. Or if it's bent the other way too much, it'll hold it up even when I'm not pressing the octave key, and then the instrument's not going to work very well. So this piece here, we've got to be very careful with, okay? And I often have to fix people's bent octave keys, so you got to be careful. All right. So one of the things we got to do is we got to hold this properly when we're putting it onto the saxophone. So we're going to hold the part up here near the cork, right there. Okay, we're not going to grab down here, okay, because like I said, if this part gets bent in any way, it's going to hold this open when we don't want it held open. So we're going to grab here. All right. Now the saxophone, we're going to hold it in a way where the bell is on the part of the body facing away from me, okay, towards me, away from me, okay, so I can see the hook and the strap here and the bell's aiming away. Now, before I put this on, we need to prepare. So let's put this neck back down here. Okay, we need to prepare this end. There should be a hook, not a hook, what am I saying? A screw. There should be a screw right here that we need to loosen. Now, we don't want to take the screw off. We want to loosen the screw. Okay, so it's important that you're loosening it and not tightening it. And you hear the term lefty-loosey, okay, when you hear people. And what that means is if we take the top part, and I'm looking at the screw, if we take the top part with the head of the screw here, the top area is what goes to the left. The top part goes to the left. I always thought it was confusing when people said lefty-loosey because the bottom part is technically going to your right. All right, but the top part is going to the left. So I loosen it, just a few little twists, okay? So I loosen that. Now, some people on top will have what's called an end plug sticking into it, okay? That end plug needs to come out. Mine does not. The previous person who used my saxophone apparently lost that end plug, and I haven't replaced it yet. The saxophone will still work. The purpose of the end plug is to protect this part that's sticking up, all right? It kind of provides a little protection for that. So some people have an end plug tightened on. Okay. So you loosen it, and if there's an end plug, take it out. On a rare occasion, I still sometimes have saxophones where you pull it out, and there will be a big fuzzy thing connected to it going all the way through the saxophone. That is also not necessary and doesn't really do its job keeping the saxophone clean like it should. So I tend to prefer end plugs that don't have that. But on a rare occasion, you might have a saxophone with that still there. So you take that end plug out after you loosen this screw, just a few small turns. All right. Then you grab the neck, and you grab that neck, holding it close to the cork area, like so. All right. With the bell facing away from me and the cork area towards me, I try to angle this over that hole and some small twists back and forth to rest it inside. Okay? Do not turn the the neck farther than that little area. As I turn it, the screw will bump into the octave key. All right? And it'll bump into this area here and will cause that bend we're worried about. So we don't want this screw to hit this spot. So we keep the saxophone facing us, the neck facing us, while the bell's facing away, and only small turns back and forth to put it in. Once it's in, we angle the neck exactly opposite the bell. Maybe sometimes a little bit of a turn towards the right, just a little bit, never too far. Then we tighten that screw, righty-tighty, until this doesn't move back and forth anymore. Okay? So we've got this angled, bell's that way, cork is the opposite way. All right, and I've turned it just a little bit, so if I'm resting it on my right side, it'll be turned towards my mouth. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Okay. All right, be very careful with this. Review the video if you need to, and may the force be with you.